phrase stir the pot refers to intentionally causing trouble or controversy in a situation. It is often used to describe someone who provokes tension or engages in discussions that create discomfort. For example, if someone says, "Don't try to stir the pot," they are warning you not to escalate a situation unnecessarily. The expression originates from the idea of stirring a pot to mix ingredients, symbolizing the act of stirring up a contentious topic or situation. Well, here at Stir the Pot, that is exactly what This Is Jay, Big Fan Breezy, and Philosophical P specialize in every week. So buckle up for the next 2 hours as the Triangle Offense cooks up that essential flavor. Stir the pot. Come get a whiff.
Yeah, it's a gift. Come get a whiff. It's Big Fan Breezy, Chef Boyard Breezy, you know what I'm saying? Philosopher Pete, this is JTV. We back with another one. This is Stir the Pot. And shit, man, a lot of peppers to throw in the pot, you know what I'm saying? Who want to go first, though, man? I just got to let y'all know, you know what I'm saying? This is the type of time I'm on this week now. I mean, I got a whole chef hat. Y'all talk about a kufi. I got a chef hat. Now, you know what I'm saying? I just got
a chef hat, man. Yo, man, hold up. First of all, I'm gonna start this off like this. Since you want to be the chef, I'm gonna cook you. He want to hide that Sherman Hemsley so bad. Not only is he wearing a cap, a fitted, but he got a chef hat underneath the fitted.
I got a clean haircut. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's the punch
he not hiding shit,
man.
I got a clean haircut. That is not the issue. Again, this is Stir the Pot, and you got chefs in the kitchen. You feel what I'm saying? This is why I'm wearing the chef hat. Coincidentally, I found the chef hat when I was cooking earlier. I forgot I even had the chef hat. You feel what I mean? But I was cooking.
You know you're not a real chef if you forgot you had a chef hat.
No, I don't need it all the time. It's kind of like I'm walking around the house with a chef hat for what? What I'm gonna do? Just brag about being a chef? You know what I mean? Found it clean. You know what I'm saying? I just figured I'd throw it on. Know what I mean? But shout out to Jay, shout out to Pete. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got any topics y'all want to start with first? Let me know, man.
Yo, man, I got a lot of topics, but I mean, who got a topic? Because the headliner should be the headliner, man. So if you got a topic worthy of it being a headliner, you know what I'm saying? If it ain't nothing about no traffic lights, if it ain't about no traffic lights getting fixed or some potholes getting fixed or something, you know what I'm saying? If it's something like that, we can save that for later.
I gotta give a chef's kiss to to what happened with Afro Man. Afro Man, the rapper, got his home raided in by the police illegally. He caught them on surveillance camera, caught them clipping his surveillance camera, flipping the bird to the surveillance camera. Also caught him in a lie, stealing $4,000. Made a rap video about and had them on it. He had a song called "Lick 'Em Down, Lisa." Lick 'em low, Lisa. He did that after a cop. Another one, he trolled him for looking at his pound cake, lemon pound cake. He went viral. His social media took off. You know what I'm saying? He got hundreds of thousands of subscribers. And again, he won twice because he proved that the raid was an illegal raid. They shouldn't have raided him in the first place. Mm-hmm. And he won again when they sued him, and he beat that charge too. The judge ruled that he's not guilty for defamation because they tried to sue him saying it was defamation because he made a video called "Lick 'Em Low, Lisa" and teasing a cop. And it was another one about the lemon pound cake. So yeah, I don't know if y'all seen that, but that was crazy.
I saw it, but I didn't see it. I don't know. Right. Like I know Afro Man is the guy with "I was gonna clean my room, but I got high." He's that guy. I
did the song by the way, man, and I know that's controversial to a lot of stoners, but I hate that fucking song.
Why you don't like that song?
The song is stupid as shit, and it makes anybody that smokes weed seem like they a blundering idiot, man. Honestly,
I don't know, man.
Okay. Tell us more.
Just saying.
Me,
motherfucker, he couldn't seem like he couldn't do shit right because he get high. I get high. I do shit right. The fuck.
Mm-hmm. But the
yeah, I can relate. Pretty much. Sometimes it be like that. I mean, you was about to, but you got high. Now, I mean, not saying all the time, but
like I said, I know it's controversial because I know stoners around the world. Anytime I go any place where it's like a weed shit, that's what motherfuckers do. They playing that song. I hate that song, me personally. Chat, let us know. Y'all love it or hate it. I know most of y'all with loving it, but is there anybody out there that hates it like me? I don't fuck with the song.
It's definitely not one of the most lyrical songs that came across my playing catalog. You know what I mean? But I'm not gonna turn it off when I hear it. I know it's not that type of stuff.
Like I said, I take the total different stance from it. Like I said, man, I'm a stoner, man, but I still handle my shit, man. I don't forget to do this. I don't fuck up with this. I don't do this. I don't do that. I still handle my business. So I don't fuck with the song for that reason. But shout out to Alpha, man, for doing what you did and getting out that gym, because you shouldn't have been in that gym.
Facts.
They're trying to do you dirty.
That's all I was saying.
Man, anybody ever heard of another Afro Man song? Because he got other songs. What you said, lick 'em
Breeze
down.
was just dropping some of the joints.
Yeah, but those are the songs he just came out with, trolling the cops. You know, he was saying
he's still making music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like, he trolled the cop. It's called "Lick 'em Low, Lisa." The cop was actually crying in court, and he did it intentionally, like, you know. And he always had a defense because he was like, you know, I'm not wrong for doing what I did because of what they did. They violated. You know, they came in my crib. Because he was like, you know. They came in the crib and they, you know what I mean, with guns, and he was like, yo, you know, I didn't deserve that. Like, they just violated my shit. Like, what was I supposed to do? You know what I mean? And but those are his cameras. He got them on footage, cutting the line to the video feed. Like, he got them looking bad, and then he trolled them, and the whole town be singing a song, like, and it's a 13-minute video. Bro, I ain't
a 13-minute video. That's wild.
Word.
13 minutes is crazy wild.
Yeah, bro. That shit. I never seen, you know, a return that way. You know what I mean? A defendant, you know, being pressed by the police, whether it be an entertainer or whatever, just kind of like reverse Uno that shit. That shit was crazy. But yeah, I just wanted to start the show with that before we, you know what I mean, get into the mix. I know it's mad stuff to talk about. What's the word?
Yo, y'all seen that meteor hit Ohio and nobody really talking about that shit?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, kinda, but meteors hit all the time.
Yo, you see the size of the meteor that hit Ohio and nobody's really talking about it. I'm gonna double down.
Did it hit something of value?
Apparently not, because it hit Ohio, and maybe that's the problem. This is what I'm saying. Like, yo,
I don't know. I've seen a study before.
Like, yo, Jay, you really just you helping my argument. Did it hit anything of value? Yeah, it hit part of the country. Did it hit anything of value? It hit Ohio. Did it hit anything of value? Like, like, yeah, bro. Like, so I'm gonna pull up the details right now, but like, nobody's talking about this shit really, yo. Like, and I find it kind of crazy that, like I said, yo, in today's society, the shit we talk about and what we find is like news is crazy. And I love the fact that we can define what news is and we don't have to be necessarily brainwashed how we used to be back in the days with, you know, the nightly news that would come on your local television stations, you know, Fox, CBS, NBC, whatever the case may be back then. But
it says here about 17,000 meteorites hit the Earth per year. We can't talk about all 17,000.
No, but this one was like of great magnitude. I'm pulling it up now. The article that I pulled up before, I don't know what happened to it, but yeah, this one, like I said, the size of the meteor was supposed to be like a massive meteor. Like,
because I did see the video though. Like, some of my people was on the highway driving, and then you seen the flash go by, whatever. I saw the video, but if it hit my crib, I think people would be talking about it. But if it hit like the forest or some shit, nobody cares.
Yo, man, so That's
Yeah, I care.
So that's not news. This is what I'm saying. Like
No,
that's not news. I think that's news. Me personally, like I want to know about a meteor hitting somewhere. Like I want to hear about a meteor hitting somewhere. I want to hear about anything that's flying from the sky and hitting, because that shit could be something deeper if we don't open our eyes and we don't want to pay attention and know about this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't give a fuck about Tiana Taylor's response to Michael B. Jordan winning an Oscar. I care about Michael B. Jordan winning an Oscar, but more people want to talk about shit like her response to it. Like that's news to people other than a fucking meteor hitting. Like this shit just blows my mind.
I mean, intent, but me
it was a 7-ton meteor. 7 ton.
I've been interested in that kind of
stuff. That's just like 14 fucking cars and some shit falling.
Yeah, I've been interested in that stuff, watching TV shows like X-Files and shit, believing that it's more than the world, and the media proves it. You know, people say, you know, people talk flat earth and we live on the circle, whatever y'all want to call it. And they want to say that the sun was in this atmosphere. There's a lot of people saying a lot of different things. Now, I'm saying all that to say, a media to me proves that there's an outer space. Like, yeah, if y'all want to talk about the firmament and all of that stuff like that, you know what I mean? That's fine. But there's an outer space. Like, there's actually other, you know what I'm saying, entities outside of Earth. You know what I mean? That's real. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. It just do remind me of if a tree falls in the forest and nobody's there to listen, did it really fall type shit? Like, does it make a sound?
No, like, so 7 tons don't make a sound, but a chick $140 making reactions at an award show make more noise. Come on, man.
That's the propaganda that
they put. Again, it just always goes back to what I say. I be always sad for the society that we live in nowadays. That's all.
Now, again, you got to search for the content that you want, because the things that interest you, you could look for it. Right. But if you just wait for the algorithms to kind of like just give you whatever they're going to give you, you feel me? It's like fast food per se. Like,
no, but they're going to give you what you are accustomed to looking for. So if you really look at how it's built, you're not going to get that much shit like that up there. But like I said, it's the fact that the majority of people are not talking about this shit. Like, if you look at, you go into a room and there's 10 conversations going on. Not one of them is about that, but maybe 4 of them is about something frivolous. And they all the same frivolous topic. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, you know.
I mean, hit me when that shit is world altering.
I know I get on my soapbox when it comes to this type of shit, because
you're a philosopher. You gotta get on your philosopher shit.
This shit just it saddens me, man. We gotta do better as people, man. It's the same like we were talking about last week.
Got them aliens coming off of it.
We just gotta do better as a people, man. We suck as a people, man. We really do.
Well,
again, like I said, they got the people in power. You know, I think about the balance of who has the power, who doesn't, and what they doing with the power, right? Not to judge them to say, oh, they're did. What are they doing with the power? You know what I mean? And you see it. When it come down to informing the people, there's a lot of misinformation. You know what I'm saying? And you know, there's a lot of content creators. I think that's the difference between social media then and when it wasn't, that you get a lot of people debunking shit. Like, nah, I don't believe that. You know what I mean? Just kind of like picking apart what the news is telling them word for word, lie for lie. They got content creators out here doing that type of shit because of what P said.
I ain't even talking about the new. I ain't talking about the lie. Nobody's saying that. Like, I know I wasn't saying that. I'm saying the stuff that people consider news versus not news. I'm not talking about lies. You know what I'm saying? Or debunking or anything like that. I'm saying more people want to talk about something, and I just use that as an example because I've noticed that that's something that people have been talking about over the past however many days since the Oscars have happened. Is like her reaction to him winning an award, but here it is, a 7-ton media hits the country, and people don't really give a shit.
That's crazy. The first
Right.
thing I thought, the first thing,
how is it affecting people?
The media? To
No.
be aware that something like that could possibly happen where you at.
there's no panic.
Just be aware. Like I'm a huge believer in knowledge is everything. And the more aware you are of things, the more you can possibly be prepared.
Well, I'm just saying, as a news source that is reporting on this, what do you want them to tell the people? Just that it happened? Because
not the news source, because I'm not saying that the news source dropped the ball anywhere in this. What I'm saying is, and I'm the one that kind of brought this up to begin with, about we can get our news from wherever we can in this day and age. Like, it's not talked about amongst people because, like, yeah, it's been reported on. I've seen it online. That's how I read about it in an article, but it's not being spoken about. Like, it's usually like I said, I've been to a couple different places since that's happened, and no one mentions it, and it's kind of strange. But I've heard other non-important things that really won't shift. A meteor will shift your life if it happens to you. Tiana Taylor reaction to Michael B. Jordan doesn't affect your life in any way.
I mean, again, like
that's all I'm saying.
To me, for the first, you got to realize that there's different parts of the world where the news is different as what's influential, what they get heard. Like, I heard they don't even listen to our news. Like, they got like their own shit. I heard that's what the beef was with TikTok. And I'm saying that to say there's subjects that matter to them more. They keep their algorithm. Like, that shit would be important if it happened where they was. But we in the Western world, in like America, where they could just kind of downplay the magnitude of it, and you know, people just go along with the flow. You feel what I mean? And they got it like that in the media because they, you know what I mean, kind of been conditioning it that way for a long time. You know what I'm saying? That's why I was saying what I was saying about the content creators, because they start making their own news. Like us, we the ones bringing attention to it. You know, we not waiting for big media or whoever that where you read that content or seen that about Tiana Taylor. You know what I'm saying? You know, that shit was different. You know what I mean?
No, I've heard people talk about Tiana Taylor, and I've seen it maybe once or twice on the internet. So I've actually heard people talk about it more than I've seen it. Versus with the media, I've seen 2 articles about it, but I've literally heard not one single person talk about it since it's happened.
I think NASA and the military wrap that shit up too. And, you know, I think people kind of
wrapping it up, bro. It's people. It's everybody is kind of saying the same thing, just in different ways. People just care about the information that they care about. Like I said, it saddens me that we come to a point that we are a society of people, that we are like this. Claude Smith, you know what I'm talking about, man. Good information is power, bro.
But maybe Breeze is right. People could be talking about it, but they're not going to show it to you on your algorithm. There could be things going on.
I'm talking about people in person. There's no algorithm when I'm in front of you.
So people in your immediate circle have been talking to you about Tiana Taylor?
Not in my immediate circle, but like I said,
so what
in different circles that I've been in different. So this has been going on for days now. This is not something that's just transpired for 24 hours or 48 hours.
Because I haven't heard anything about this Tiana Taylor thing that you're talking about, but I have heard about the media.
Okay. My point being that I've been in different places around different people, different age groups, different economic backgrounds, whatever. And I've heard more conversations about those, no algorithm, face to face, than I have about the media. That's all I'm saying. And like I said, I've seen more articles about the media than I hear people talk about it. And I've seen less stuff in my algorithm about Tiana Taylor, but I'm hearing more people talk about it. So again, I'm just saying, because news is going to be what the people talk about, because we're all going to get different information and news. We can watch the same news at different times, like the same station or the same website, and watch it at different times and get different information. But what the community, what the people talk about, that's the actual news that's going to keep buzzing and keep us informed. Because what we want out of news is to be informed. We want that information, man. We should want that information.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's not like they don't know about it. They not telling us. You think bro, they gotta keep it real. They coming out with movies like Disclosure. They coming out with all of this different stuff about aliens. Bro, if they keep informing us about the media and this and that, in my opinion, they're trying to avoid questions like, yo, where does media come from? Why did it hit Earth? The movie's about to come out about aliens and shit like that. You're gonna have to be answering questions like that. And again, like I said, I think they intentionally avoiding trying to, same way they could push Tiana Taylor, same way they could push the media. They don't want to push that. That's all intentional. And I'm saying, yeah, when it comes down to society, people do have to do their own due diligence to actually go research the information, not just relying on any source.
But it's us that got a demand for that shit to be pushed, though. If we not making it a topic, if we pushing that to the side and we making other frivolous things a constant topic of conversation, how is it ever going to get to the point we do demand to find out everything that we need to know? Because guess what? To Jay's point that he just mentioned earlier, do you know how often that happens? A lot of people don't know how often that happens. And here's the thing. If it happens so often, why aren't there protocols and things put in place to make sure that things are a lot tighter to, if not possibly offset, maybe derive or maybe figure out a way to be proactive and protect? I don't know. But
yeah, I feel like
that's going to be anything. That's going to be anything unless it's talked about and not on TV, but by us first, by people first, not just the media, but the important shit in life.
But most of them hit places that's not populated because the earth is so big. Like if you throw a fucking thing in a sea, like you're gonna miss a lot of times. Like, so it's not really hitting anything of importance. Now, if it hits something of importance,
yeah, and I find that shit hilarious that you said when it's Ohio.
No, yeah, that's why I asked you to hit anything of importance. But
like, yo, that was wild.
If it would have hit, what's the big shit?
It didn't hit no people.
Yo, that's important. If it would have hit the city, like downtown Ohio, it'd be a fucking deal. But it probably hit a mountain off the side of Ohio, not Cleveland. Like, but if it would have been like downtown Cleveland, it'd be a story.
All of the stuff that the military and the scientists, they be jumping on it. I guarantee they got, you talk about protocol. I'm pretty sure they got protocol with the news find stuff first. They're like, nah, we're not airing none of this. The militaries be on top of that shit before the motherfucking people would even get to hear about that shit. They suppress information. Let's not pretend we're in a society where we're privy to get all the information. They give us the information that they give us. You know what I'm saying?
Well, we get a lot more information now than we used to because we have more outlets to do so. Yo, here's Claude. Claude is on point. He cooking with fire right now, man. He got some good ingredients adding to the pot. The average person is disengaged from the war with Iran. They have no idea how hard life is going to be for the average American shortly. Yo, people really are not paying attention, not talking about, not caring about what's going on over there right now. Everybody is acting like it's no big thing. We all grew up when the fucking Gulf War was going on. I remember as a kid, that shit being a nonstop topic, not only on TV, but also in my house, at school. Like, I heard people talking about the shit. Right now, ain't nobody giving a flying fuck about it. Because that's the society, that's where we at right now. As a society, we don't care about real shit no more. We just care about make-believe.
I don't know.
I think a lot of that's why I just
and nobody really wonder why.
Everybody I know is talking about this war.
The gas, okay. Well, yo, kudos to your circle on that shit, bro. But not enough people was talking about this shit, really. I think.
I think in a work environment, it's an uncomfortable conversation to have because I think a lot of people don't speak about political things and war and religion at work. You know, and I think that's intentional. You know, so that being said, some of it, quote unquote, is protocol. Like you want to be a professional, you don't want to go in there and rub nobody the wrong way because you, again, how you know that your soliloquy even come from the correct information? You know, you could be spewing something that's not true, but I do believe that people should be talking about it. You should care. You should have some general care. You know, to your point though, I remember being with Gmo when the Twin Towers got attacked. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit was crazy. Like, and then I remember them shutting down a school, something happened. But you know, to the Claude's point, I don't, even with that, I don't think I can contrast that and say that I understand what's really going on from first person from somebody that lives in Iran. I've seen crazy footage. I've seen missiles go past shipment boats. This is the footage they putting online. You see missiles flying past shipment boats at ferocious speeds. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that shit was scary to see.
Hold on. Claude Smith comment is good. Like, I do see that things can get rocky for the American people shortly after this war. But the thing is, if this war was not happening, maybe it would get more rocky, because the whole basis for
the
this
war ain't
shit
even happening yet, though, bro.
Look, the whole basis for this shit with Venezuela, with Iran, is the fact that the world is supposed to trade. Like, it was some treaty done in after World War II where the world is supposed to trade for oil in US dollars. All of these other countries that have dictators like Venezuela, Russia, China, Iran, and a couple other places, they are trying to make it a new system where they do not have to trade for oil in US dollars. So that means the US dollar can plummet overnight if they get that going. So that's the secret behind everything that's happening. So if they just let that happen, the US dollar could turn from $1 to 50 cents overnight, and that would make it very difficult for the American people as well. So right. I think it's a secret proxy war that they're trying to put out to prevent these countries from empowering themselves, and not because China is supposed to be the world's manufacturer, US is supposed to be the world's policeman, and they're supposed to trade in US dollars.
Like China treasurer.
And if that doesn't happen, that makes the US useless and no longer a superpower. So
and the first
change niggas' life overnight.
Right. And the first chink in our armor, so to speak, happened when the euro surpassed us in value. So now if this happens, this is totally gonna affect us. So see, I knew Jay knew about this shit, bro. And that's what I'm saying. Like, these are conversations that the average person isn't having, and they should be having. Or if the average person, matter of fact, the average person probably isn't even aware of half of this shit. And that's the crazy thing about it, because this shit affects us so much. And people just running around caring about what the fuck they want to care about instead of caring about, like, nobody's saying people shouldn't care about what they want to care about, but also care about the important shit. It's like getting a fucking plate. You can't just get the fucking protein and the side and not get no fucking veggies, man. Get a whole fucking plate. You need all that shit.
I mean, I've seen it again. Like I said, I speak on it. I speak on it when necessary. You know, I'm not speaking about it all day, but at the end of the day, you know, I see footage like, and again, it is the conversations you like. If you jump in, it's not, in my opinion, an icebreaker. But if somebody's over there and they already talking about a water cooler or something like that, yeah. But a lot of people not just breaking that ice talking about it. But that being said,
let me ask you that question though. Let me ask you that question, because this shit is not a comfortable topic to have. People don't want to talk about these things because they would rather go on with the illusion that life is good everywhere and we just having fun. That's what people want to talk about. But if the fact that, yeah, they say, oh, we shouldn't have war and we don't want war to happen, or we don't want Trump to be out there attacking people? Like, or should he do it to protect the US dollar? Or should we let other countries diminish the US dollar and do nothing about it? Because at the end of the day, the reason why I pay attention to geopolitics is not because I can do something about it, because I think it's one of the most gangster shits that you could actually watch. Like, it's like The Wire, but real, and fucking affecting the whole world instead of one fucking city. Now,
but I just wanted to add to that and say that China can do what they do, to your point, is because they empower their own people. You know, for one, America would have to empower their own people. China, in a sense where, as far as production, as far as business is concerned, like
right, that. But that's because it's part of that treaty that I was talking about, where the world kind of
NATO, isn't it? I'm pretty sure it's
China as the manufacturer of the world. I was talking to a young lady from China last night at the event I was at. She said that I asked her about Taiwan just because I'm interested. I fucking pay attention to shit like that. So I asked her about how she feels about Taiwan. And she's like, Taiwan is one of the best places that I've ever been. It's so dope. And I'm like, so when you're in China, do you consider it as part of mainland China? And she said, I don't. But if I was in China right now, I could never say that because they would lock me and my family up if I said that.
Yeah, well, that's crazy.
Like, you can't even say how you feel. So that's why I say empowering your people. Are they really?
No, to your point, Afro Man came out of court saying that I didn't win, we won. Freedom of speech. Freedom of speech. I said what I said, and that's freedom of speech. And yeah, if that's what it is in China, that's scary. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So, China is strict as fuck, bro. You know, it's a number of kids you can have over there.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah, but my thing is, okay, why not empower Americans and have more factories where whatever it is that China's doing, do it here? Why all of our business got to come from?
Because, like Jay said, that was part of the agreement. So
yeah, but what's the war for? So how does that? What's the treaty in the war? What's the problem? You know, look, I can't
everybody is starting to fall. People are starting to fall back on shit that was in place for the structure to be how it was for how long it was.
Is it fair? Is it like time to renegotiate? Is it? Because my thing is,
possibly could be, but they not renegotiating. They going straight to the mattresses.
That's crazy. Why skip the whole renegotiation? Oh, Jay, what I'm saying is, I hear what you're saying, but in the treaty, it should say something like a renegotiation after X amount of time. And when that X amount of time come, they should be able to sit down. It shouldn't have to just go straight to war.
Okay, fuck the treaty though. If the goods in China, they're paying somebody 2 fucking cents an hour to make the goods, but in America, you got to get $17.50 minimum wage. How much you think you're gonna pay for what you want to manufacture?
Right.
But see, that's the thing. Hold on, but no, I'm
just trying to tell you, you can get what you want. But now the same thing that you pay in 1999 for, you're going to pay $57.52. Are you okay with that as well?
But look, this is what I'm saying. I don't want to be in no coincidence or no kind of alignment where I'm getting something good, but all of this bad stuff happened for me to get something good. You feel what I'm saying? I don't want somebody working in a sweatshop so I can wear a pair of sneakers. Fuck out of here. Well, I hope, you know what I mean? Whoever put this sneaker together, you know what I mean? Getting paid well. You know what I mean? Now, I'm saying that to say that, again, they make it seem like it's all about the money controlling them more than them controlling the money. Because, you know what I mean? Like, if money is something that you could just always create, and far as I know, it was about what's in the earth. It's always about what's inside the earth.
Bro,
whether it be oil or metals, it's about
money controlling. Money does the controlling. People don't control money. If people control money, there would be more, but there would be more people with money if people controlled money. Money control people. That's why there's the whole 99 versus the 1.
Yeah,
that's what that shit is all about, bro. So you trying to live in a breezemistic society.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm telling you.
What I'm saying is you're trying to be super optimistic, bro. Like,
no, but I'm saying that to say, yeah, at the end of the day, I know the difference from what I want and what reality is. And again, I could want what I want and still know what reality is. It is what it is. But again, like I said, for them to skip to renegotiation, because yeah, they could have agreed to that when it at that time. But you want that shit to be in perpetuity? Like you just it's forever? Like
that's how they did shit back in the days, man. Back in the days, they didn't come up with renegotiation tactics and shit like that, bro. Like it was just like, fuck it. Like, this is what we're gonna do. We agreed on this until we don't agree on this. And then when we don't, who knows? They didn't have no opt-out clause. You know what I'm saying? After 5 years, 10 years, there was no shit like that, bro. So that's exactly why, instead of them being peaceful, and don't nobody want to be peaceful. Everybody want to poke the war chest out, man, and basically show who's tougher. And that's kind of what's going on right now. And we really are in a situation where we damned if we do and damned if we don't, man. We either, in the great words of Beanie Siegel, it's like on some almost get down and lay down type shit, man.
Right.
It's crazy.
Yeah. And like another thing just about the Iran piece specifically, because I saw somebody put it in street terms on the internet and I thought it was interesting. But like if you are on the block and somebody keeps telling you, yo, I swear to God, wait till I get a gun. I'm going to clap you, my nigga. I'm getting a job. I'm working. I'm earning my money. As soon as I get enough money to buy a gun, I'm going to clap your boots off. I promise you. And they saying that to you every time they see it. Would you A, handle that situation right there? B, move somewhere far away from that person? C, wait for them to get their money up, get the gun,
and see if they do it. Right.
Like, which choice would you make as a person?
I know me. I'm choosing A.
That's why geopolitics is so gangster, because it's like, and I'm not saying I want any of this stuff to happen. I'm just saying I'm glad I don't have to make the decisions on these things.
Facts.
And like maybe because it's a lot of moving parts, it's a lot of stuff going on, and I think that war is bad for all people involved. But sometimes, if there is no war, the other outcome can be worse as well.
Mm-hmm. That's very true.
Or it could be worse for you and better for somebody else.
You got to look at it from both sides. Absolutely.
Yeah.
That shit is crazy. Because I just be shocked. Like, from the whole Venezuela thing at first, where they went in another country, stole a president, like stole their acting president overnight.
Right.
It's wild. The shit that's going on in Cuba right now, they got a blockade around Cuba,
right,
and no one is fucking a blackout.
They're not letting the whole
humanitarian aid. Sewers overflowing. Like, what the fuck? But
like this shit keep going up. I read today, bro, if this shit keeps going up with Cuba, they might not have many months left.
Right. But
who the fuck ever would think you would say some shit about like a nation? Oh, it might not be much time left for the nation if this shit keep going the way it's going. Like, what the fuck does that mean?
Right.
But nobody talk about it.
But
I'll be honest with you, this is the first I heard
if they don't control shit, then maybe Russia starts building nuclear bases fucking 50, 60, 100 miles from Florida.
And see, that's what I'm saying. Like,
is that cool?
They creating weapons that can destroy the earth. Like,
this shit's been created. What you mean?
Creating. And I'm just saying
they've been created. They already ready to go. They don't need to no more building, no more fine tuning. It's push the button. Like that's the only thing that need to be done now.
No, I'm going somewhere with this. All of this, even all of the stuff that they show in movies, bro, they basically saying we already got this. If they showing us in the movie, they already got it, used it, did whatever they wanted to do with it. Now what I'm saying, now they decide to show it to us in the movies. Like, this shit is crazy, bro. And again, from being an American, yeah, we might be numb to the actual, magnitude of what's going on with world politics. But I mean, through the grace of God, the 9/11 shit happened. So, but after that, I can't remember no attack on this soil. You know what I'm saying? So, I think I think Americans have a lot. Versus the people, like, shit happened, but like a lot of people, you know what I mean? That type shit. So I don't know. It just seemed like, yeah, they are kind of subtle to how important it is as a society. I see it.
Man.
But it is important for us to talk about it. I'm glad we stirring the pot with it.
Us as a people need to just wake up, be more knowledgeable about it, man. Like, have more conversations with it about people who are not having conversations about it, because maybe they just don't know. Each one teach one, man. Because we need to know this shit, man.
It's just, what happens when America is no longer a superpower? And if America, because that's the thing. I saw something yesterday where it said Bernie Sanders' free college thing that he was putting out there, initiative, would have been handled with 1 month of Pentagon spending.
Wow.
But 1 month of Pentagon spending. But the thing is, the Pentagon spends all this money to be able to do whatever they want, just in case they need to do whatever they want.
Right. To have everything ready to go.
Right. And if they're not able to do that, and people were able to have their way with America the same way America has their way with other countries, how would that be? What would that look like? It might be more fair on a global scale, but what would that be like for you and your family?
Right.
In the way of life that you're used to.
That's crazy. A lot of people don't want to think about that shit, man.
I don't know. And to be honest, it's a new concept. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, we don't want to be faced as a people. I know we don't want to be faced with that. Yeah, you know what I mean? Hear about all the stuff that, they say about the US, but, for the most part, we don't get attacked on this soil. And I think the people, they appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? Feeling like we won't get attacked. You know what I mean? We're going to be okay. The US is going to protect us. I think that is a certain comfort zone that Americans have. But to your point, things could shake, and it could be different really soon. We don't know. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I think people don't put it. They don't want that to be a reality. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they, intentionally, shy away from it in conversation. They rather talk about it. You know what I mean?
That's the thing, though, bro. And I say this shit all the time to people about a multitude of things, man. Like, I say this shit to people a multitude times about so many different things, man. Just because you don't want the shit to exist, don't mean if you don't think about it or talk about it, it's gonna go away. That shit is such a fucking irrational way of thinking, man. And like, people that for some people, that's human nature, to where it's like, oh, if I don't think about this, then it's not gonna happen. Or if I don't focus my mind on this, then it's not gonna come true. Like, yo, you really think your mind has the power to control something that's so much bigger than you? Oh, fuck.
Nah, I mean, to me, I just look at it like there's a lot of different people that get through whatever they get through, or handle or receive information a lot of different ways. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. It's a big world. A lot of people do a lot of different things. Like, it's a melting pot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you gotta live in the real world, though. You can't live in a fake world.
Bro, you say you
can
can't live in a fake.
escape
No,
the
no,
world.
hold on. No, you say you
gotta
can't live in
live
a
in the
fake world.
real
No,
world.
hold on.
You can't think if you close your eyes, the shit's still not in front of you.
Time out.
Most people
You
are
say you
living
can't
in
live
a
in
fake world.
you can't. You say you can't live in a fake world. All this world do is promote fake worlds. They promote
That's the
VRs.
bullshit,
They
man.
promote shit on your head.
This is what I'm
promote.
saying. This is what I'm saying. We gotta
I'm
do
just
better.
saying, like you say, you can't live
This
in
is
a
how I
fake
started
world.
off
This
this
is
whole
how they
segment
making
talking
their
about
money.
we gotta do better as a people. This is exactly what I was saying.
But I'm breaking down all of the different ways that, as much as you say that we need to be on tune with reality, these are all of the things that people have to get through to be in tune with reality. Yeah, again, to have clairvoyance and be clear and be able to voice your opinion and control your emotions, all of that stuff, and have a stability and just different, in your energy. A lot of people be going through mad shit. They want to keep people on edge. Everybody's not gonna make it. Everybody not gonna rise above. And I'm not trying to make excuses for them. I'm just saying that to say some people do. Some people are going to see through the fog, and some people are going to get through it, get past it, and that's what it is.
So
And
act like it don't happen until a tank pull up at your door.
No. I'm not. I never agree with that. I never said that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not.
That's how I kind of took that. Like, I don't know.
No. Me, like I said, I talk about it. You know what I mean? I have these conversations. I have a lot of different conversations.
I'm not saying you per se. I'm saying the person that don't want to deal with it. Like,
I don't know.
It's not a thing until a tank just all of a sudden, like, yo, why the fuck is a tank in front of my door? Oh, you ain't been following the news the past couple months?
I don't know. Bro, I can't speak for everybody, you know what I'm saying? But for me,
Right.
what I will say
my thing is for most people, they're saying if they watch the news and know that the tank it's not going to stop the tank from coming to their door. The tank going to be there whether they informed about it or not. So
at
what
least
are
you know
they
a tank
do
is rolling down the hood, the street in the hood. So get the fuck out the hood, find some other place to go because the tank is coming, man. At least know
that. The last time I really seen, I seen people scramble and prepare. When it was Y2K, I seen people stacking up canned food, storing food, doing stuff like that, preparing for what's going on. You know what I'm saying? I've been in a blackout. Whole city blacked out. You know what I'm saying? I watch people react. People react. You know what I mean? Ain't no light. People got candles. You know what I mean? So, that's Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? All I can say is that in Brooklyn, people were reacting. You know what I mean? It was a blackout. People like, nah, we gonna survive this shit. We don't care how long this shit finna last. People was tough through that shit. It wasn't like people panicking. Oh my God, screaming in the street. It was one of the hottest fucking days in the world. You know what I'm saying? In the universe.
That you brought that shit up. I was just talking to somebody about that shit earlier because I told you I went to Harlem for some shit. I went to Harlem for some shit. That day I walked from 125th and Lenox to Gates and Tompkins.
Yeah, that's a wild walk.
That day. So I remember that day. 125th and Lenox to Gates and Tompkins. That was the first time I ever seen like every street go down from 125th to 1.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
And then had to keep walking.
Yo, and Bracket Stradamus just hit again, man. I told you the next upset of the day was going to be number 11 VCU taking down number 6 North Carolina, and boom, just like I said it, final score just happened, 82-78, man.
Okay. That's what's up. So you good on your bracket? You good on your bracket?
Right, so what's your bracket for World War III?
I ain't got no bracket for that shit, bro.
What's the bracket for that? We need to know the predictions on that.
All I know is we need to be in that middle of the winner. You know how the bracket is in the middle, the winner? We need to be there, man. Because, man. Shit is crazy. This tournament crazy so far, man. It's second upset of the day, second big upset of the day. We're about to get a third one. And this is my thing with AJ DeMonster, man. Yo, he's
how much he got? Player. Like 24?
Huh?
How much he got right now?
He got 20 something, but they losing by 11. Come on, man. And not only are you losing by 11, but you the number 6 seed and Texas number 11 seed. You got the better team. So what's going on out here, man? Like, how are you not leading your team to a victory in these big games? And all season long, I've seen him in big games, and I've seen him get his shit off, but his team lose every big game, man.
Damn.
I don't get that about him, man. That to me troubles me. Like how everybody is troubled by Peterson's injuries and shit and his motor, which I am too a little bit. I don't understand how this kid loses so much, man.
Okay.
Every big
so
game,
maybe he's not a 1. Maybe he's a 2 option in the NBA.
I don't know, maybe, yo. But like, I remember the first game I seen him in a season, big game against UConn in the TD Garden in Boston where the Celtics play. And UConn, you know, I think he had like 28 or 30 or something like that. And UConn just looked better all game long. And down the stretch, UConn had been beat a bunch of times. So like, it's not even like they losing to these super, super superior teams or anything. They losing to people that they should be able to beat with a player of his caliber leading the charge.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
And again, he's shit in the bed. Like, to me, you shit in the bed because he not shooting it good. In those games, he don't shoot it good. It's always on some clunky field goal shit, some 8 for 24. You know what I'm saying?
10 for 22 right now.
This is what I'm saying. Like, that ain't really all of that good, man. It's clunky. What's the turnovers? Well, how many turnovers he got? Because I'm watching the game in the 4-screen shit with all 4 games on at once. So
I'm looking at his stat line. Hold on. He had 30, 10 for 22. He got 30. And I'm about to show you right now. I'm trying to
like, will your team to victory, man? Come on. Y'all shouldn't be losing to Texas. Even though
he got 4 turnovers, 5 rebounds.
No, matter of fact, I got them going to the Sweet 16. So here he go about to disappoint me. He about to kill my bracket.
Damn.
It's 6-12 left. They down by 11. Texas got the ball.
And are you paying more attention to that, or you just split between the 4 screens? Like, you see why they losing?
Like I said, I just told you, UNC just went down to VCU, like in the other screen, because it's all.
Was it an upset without Caleb Wilson though?
Yeah, he been hurt.
But that's what I'm saying. It's still an upset without their star player.
Yeah, because VCU was the number 11th team in that bracket, and UNC was the number 6 team in that bracket. It's all based on record, body of strength. Strength of schedule, the different conferences they played, like how tough they were in, the different opponents that they played against, like all of that stuff matters into how they see the different teams in the brackets.
No, I know, I understand that, but I'm just saying, like, they still a strong team, because some teams, like, right now, they saying, and I don't want to keep this basketball. I must get off of this, but they saying that Cade Cunningham, shout out to him, man. I heard you know what I'm saying, collapse your lung. Shout out to you. Man. I was really hoping you was healthy so you could beat the Knicks. I'm serious, so serious. You know what I mean? And, you know, to hear that, I don't even know how that could happen. Like, I was surprised that it happened. And I just wish you a speedy recovery. You know what I'm saying? But he's out, and they saying that they're a bad team without Cade Cunningham. But they put up 117 points, but it was versus the Pistons. I mean, not the Pistons. Versus
I wouldn't say they a bad team. They just not a number 1 team like they are right now. But that's the thing, yo. I told y'all, man, that I told y'all what's happening right now. It was gonna happen months ago about the NBA, and I don't want to talk about that shit too long. But I told y'all the Celtics was coming out the East again, and nobody believed me. But here we go. Watch, it's about to happen, man.
Yeah, but, I didn't know that. But yeah, go ahead.
But it's only been a couple upsets so far and shit. This VCU one and High Point beat Wisconsin earlier. We talked about that shit a little bit. But yeah, like them 2 shits, the 2 biggest upsets of the day so far. It's still more games to go today. It's still a shitload of games to go tomorrow. In my opinion, yo, the best 4 days on the sports calendar is the first 4 days of the NCAA tournament, man, because there's nothing like that shit in sports, man. And I say that to say, I sent y'all that joint. Yo, it was a question asked if you could only pick 3 out of 9 like major sporting events, what 3 would you pick? So I'm curious to see. Yo, Leaf, man, these dudes don't fill out brackets, man. They don't even know what you're talking about, man.
Stop it. Yo,
my bracket looking pretty good right now, man. I got 2 L's, but they L's that don't even really matter. They was throwaways. My strong teams are still in there. Both my big upsets hit today. Shit looking good right now.
I ain't making no brackets. I ain't gonna. I can't even tell you what a bracket look like right now. I ain't even
Breeze ain't make a bracket since he had to do some like schoolwork shit that involved brackets, man.
Actually, the last bracket I did was with P. This is when we was on Clifton. We was in J room, and this is when you was telling me about Steph Curry and David.
The green right now for VCU.
We was telling about Steph Curry and Davidson. That was the last time I really did a college bracket. I remember that.
This my bracket right here, Leaf. To answer your question, because it's right here handy. You see them greens, baby. Them greens mean that we moving on, baby. That's what them greens mean. We moving on.
He said, Elite 4788, a moderator on his page. He said, I filled out like 40 brackets. I need this paper. Thanks.
Yo, see, I'm a one bracket dude, and I just enter that one bracket into different shit, man. I can't keep up with I picked these dudes on this one and these dudes on this one. That should be too. Oh man, hell no. I pick one and I enter that shit into multiple shit and I ride with it, man.
Man,
yeah.
Only brackets I'm worried about are the ones on this keyboard right here. You know what I mean?
Yo, Breeze.
My email.
Yo.
What 3 you got to keep out the 3? And for the viewers, I'm gonna go ahead and run down the selections because we wanna hear y'all opinion on this too, man.
Okay.
Can you post it, Breeze?
Yeah, you should be able to throw it up in there real quick. Pause. But yo, you got to keep only 3 of these events, y'all. March Madness, the NBA playoffs, the WNBA playoffs, Stanley Cup playoffs, college football playoffs, NFL playoffs, baseball playoffs, College World Series, Wimbledon, the Olympics, the Masters, or the World Cup. Only 3. What y'all rocking with, yo?
I'm gonna tell you, I grew up on the NBA playoffs. I gotta keep that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the NFL playoffs not in this. Oh yes, it is.
Yeah.
I grew up on it. I grew up on the NBA playoffs and NFL playoffs. Some of the most entertaining stuff that I've seen. All of the Super Bowls for the most part. I probably, you know what I mean, tuned in to watch Super Bowl or peeked in, but as a recent. But yeah, I grew up on these sports. NBA, so I got it. Those 2 is off automatic. Some of these stuff is interesting, but to keep it real with you, being a content creator, I'm gonna say March Madness. Us going into the draft, the Brooklyn Nets.
But you don't even fill out a bracket, so you care about that shit.
I care about it. Yeah, I care about it like now because like I'm watching who win. Like for instance,
all right,
if AJ DeBoncho lose, that's the topic of discussion. You know what I'm saying? You should be able to get out of the first round. You should be able to get out of the first round. You know what I mean? So because of my content creator, I feel like I'm drawn more to college basketball.
Steph took Davidson to the Elite 8 and they was ass. You take him off that team and they ain't even making a tournament, man.
Mm-hmm. I see what you're saying. So I would keep those 2, and the third one, yeah, it would be March Madness for sure. It'd be March Madness. It'd be those my 3.
Yo, Jay, what you rolling with?
I'm gonna keep it real with you. The way that I feel about this question is the same way you were saying you feel about Tiana Taylor giving a fuck about sinners, and I don't really give a fuck about most of this shit. Like,
it ain't 3 you care about?
Not really. I can maybe name two. Because I'm a tennis person, but I don't give a fuck who wins Wimbledon most of the time. I don't.
See, I thought you
and
might
then,
have.
not really. Like, not really. But I would probably have to say the only two that I watch is the NBA playoffs and the Olympics, and I don't even keep up with either one of them for real. Like, because if my team not playing in the playoffs, I could care fucking less. In the Olympics, I fuck with that. So I might put the Olympics first and then put the Winter Olympics and the Summer Olympics and make that three. But I really don't care.
Yeah, see, this shit was tough for me.
I like sports, but if I'm not playing, like whatever.
This shit was tough for me, man, for real. But like, this shit was real tough because I know I'll watch any fucking sport there is, basically. But I had to go with March Madness number one.
The Ocho up here.
Yeah, I had to go with March Madness number one, like without question, man. Like I said, to me, shit is the best 4 days straight in a row in sports on the whole calendar. Number two, I gotta go with the Olympics. The Olympics is dope as fuck, man. Like that shit is just, it's so many different sports. It's a whole different magnitude because it's countries versus countries and shit. Like that shit is just fire. You know what I'm saying? And number three, I gotta go with the NFL playoffs, man. That shit, you never know what the fuck they expect. You know what I'm saying? NBA playoffs, you kind of be knowing what they expect until it get to the later rounds. NFL playoffs, you'll never know what the fuck gonna happen in the first round, second round. Motherfuckers is going down that you thought was gonna go ahead and win and maybe go to the Super Bowl. So I gotta go March Madness, Olympics, NFL playoffs. I gotta live without the NBA playoffs if this question is what it is, man.
I mean, yeah, we answered it. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I wanted to hear everybody's opinion on that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Because when I saw that shit, I was like, damn, 3 out of that list is crazy. Like, at least give me 4 or 5. You know what I'm saying? Because that list was 12. It was 12 things. So that's basically
to me, it's
1/3. You got to live without 1/3 of this shit. I mean,
I want all of it because I like fans. You know, I'm a big fan, Breeze. I like fans. I like the energy of fans rooting for their team. I like all of it, but it's nostalgia. You know, I grew up on watching Joe Montana and Jerry Rice and fucking Deion Sanders on the Cowboys and all of this shit. Like seeing and again the battles in the NFL, the playoffs is some of the most epic shit. I ain't gonna hold you. The NBA, same shit. I was there for it. I got to watch. I grew up seeing Jordan crossover Russell hit the midi for the game, NBA championship. Like, I seen that shit. Like, I don't want to lose that shit. I want to watch that shit. Yo, that shit is good.
Olympics is crazy though, bro. That shit be, I don't know, that shit just hit different, bro. Like, to hear, not even when it just be us cheering, sometimes the other countries cheering, like that shit, the crowd be lit, yo. Them fucking overseas crowds be lit. That's why I fuck with the Olympics so hard, I think. Not only because it's on a whole bunch of different sports, but I think the crowd, to your point, like the fans, like just hearing all of that shit just be, it'd be different, man. You know what I'm saying? Like you be like, you get a little bit more hype into that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like
I heard Jay talking
you fucking clapping and shit for motherfuckers rowing boats and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, when the first time I went to the Nets game with y'all, the energy inside of the Barclays, you know what I mean? That's why me and Jay will be saying shit like, oh yeah, y'all don't care because y'all don't go to the games. When you in there, you know your team ain't good. But if you out there competing, that should make all the difference in the world when you in there. You know what I'm saying? But no, I wanted to piece what we were saying earlier. I was still thinking about this geopolitics shit y'all said. Because of a movie. And I'm not saying that was a 10 out of 10.
Did you see it? Did you see the whole thing?
Yes, I watched the whole thing from the beginning to end. And I think that movies have messages, right? So it's a movie called War Machine on Netflix. Did y'all see it?
No, I don't think so.
All right, so it's on Netflix. It's called War Machine. So it's about two brothers. They go into the military and they're going to be part of this special division, right? One of the brothers is on the road and, you know, his car stops working, his whatever vehicle he was driving. And they call a mechanic. The mechanic is his brother. So, they do a bunch of, rah-rah play when they see each other, military guys, shit, roughing each, what I'm saying, rah-rah, playing and shit, you know what I mean? And then, he's about to leave, like, all right, peace. And then they get attacked. So it's a war movie. So they on enemy soil, right? These are the U.S. is on enemy soil, right? And, he blacks out. He wakes up, he found out that his brother died, and the mechanic found out his brother. I'm going somewhere with this. The mechanic found out that his brother died, and then after that, the special division of the military that he wanted to go to with his brother, he kept trying to get in. He got rejected like 9-10 times. But every time he got rejected, he, I guess, qualified to try again. So he tried again, and he made it. You know what I'm saying? To himself, he's an introvert, went through a lot of stuff, probably PTSD. He's out there doing what he has to do, and they've got one more thing he has to do before he makes this special division that him and his brother was going to go to. They send him on a mission, a real mission though, to go get POWs, prisoners of war, from the enemy. They got to cross enemy lines. They got to go in there and do what the fuck they got to do. So they get close to it, and then they pull out like a machine to, scan the area to see what's going on. What's up with what's up? I mean, so then they scan it and they find they think it's a helicopter, but they go to it and it's not a helicopter. It's the war machine, right? Mm-hmm. Now, this is where this conversation we was having earlier comes into play. All of it in the movie. So he goes, right. So he goes, to go see about the chopper. You know what I'm saying? Because he leading the division, the brother.
Get to the chopper.
Right. He going to looking for the chopper. He finds the chopper, but before he finds the chopper, he finds the war machine. Now, this war machine comes from outer space. He don't know that at the time. Backstory in the beginning, just a little scene, because they didn't focus on that because they wanted that part to develop for this very moment right here, where they show something into the atmosphere. They didn't know what it was. It had interference. And case in point is they confused that war machine with the chopper. Finds out that it's not the chopper, so he runs back trying to save his crew, his guys. The war machine wound up getting some of them, and they running from the war machine. Now, to shorten the soliloquy, basically, it was a movie about, to me, the mixed message was, if a foreign entity came from outer space and it was a war machine to fight humans, will we bond together like brothers and fight off space invaders? Now, this is the next message to the movie. I know this is the mixed message of what I thought the movie was. And also, I thought was interesting is the guy that helped him and that he saved. Mind you, some people may think this is dark humor. I gotta say this. Relevant to the story. While it got attacked by the war machine, one of the guys that got hit was a black guy. This black guy in the movie, they say black guys don't live to the end of the movie. You know what I mean? So this black guy in the movie, he gets shot. Yeah. Right?
This is the longest story about a movie ever, Breeze. I swear, bro. Come on, man.
Listen. He goes through the whole movie shot. He don't help. They just make sure that he lived through the entire movie to get through it. He lived through the entire movie, and it showed the compassion that the white man had for the black man to make sure that he lived to the end of the movie. And that if we was attacked by alien invaders, white people and black people would come together as one and fight off aliens?
I think for the most part that would happen. I think there would be some outliers that still would be racist dickheads on both sides. But for the most part, I think that would happen.
You think racist you think alien could be racist?
I'm not saying on both sides of the aliens, man. I'm talking about the different races. You talking about all races fighting together? This motherfucker.
Yo, listen, according to the conspiracy theorists, the American government already is working with the aliens to get the technology that they got to use it against other countries. So if you make a peace treaty with the aliens first, you could get the alien technology first and be able to use it against other people. So it depends on if you can make some sort of treaty or if you need everybody else to put all firepower together against this one entity. Because if you could get the benefits without sharing it with everybody else, I feel like a lot of people going to take that route.
But don't you think if that happens, so if art doesn't
That's
teach
why
us
they rush to the meteor so fast and they don't want nobody talking about it.
But peep this though. If art don't teach us anything, it teaches us this. Whatever nation that does side up with the aliens wind up overtaking them first.
Mm.
Or do they help aid
That's
them and then
what
they
I see
take
in
over
those
everybody
movies.
except for them?
Nah, they overtake them first. And some of the other people they don't even fuck with, and they get to live in a meager,
Meager.
I'd rather be meager and alive than be good with the aliens for a minute, and then all of a sudden they offing all of us. Man. I'm good, man. Put me in a little shanty, a little hut somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Off the coast or something. I'm straight. I'll figure out how to get up a tree and get my fruit. You know what I'm saying? Like we talking about planting trees for fruit. You know what I'm saying? Like put me on one of them little places like that, man. Away from everybody, out of the way. I'm good. No. I ain't getting down with the aliens, man.
Yeah, but that was my question. I thought that humans would come together and fight the aliens. Yeah, so
for the most part, I believe so.
Yeah.
Listen, no Dr. Breezemore take on that.
That's my take. Yeah, that we would come together. Like, like we at least humans. You know what I'm saying? How you gonna be racist on me at a time like this? Like, could you put your racism to the side? You know what I'm saying?
Yo, I actually saw
up real quick, and then
y'all ain't been deep enough down the YouTube rabbit hole, man. If you go down the YouTube rabbit hole, they'll tell you. And I don't know if I believe any of this, but this is what people are saying. That there are different races of aliens, and the humans in the U.S. government has already been communicating with these two races called the tall whites and the grays. Like they already fucking know these people. You know what I mean? They've played these games before. And I'm not, look, as much alien tech that has been found by the U.S. government, because you see that they came out recently with the fact that UAPs exist, and they're releasing the information about these things that are moving in the sky that they cannot fucking account for. These things have also crashed, and they've been the first people to get there and collect the remnants of these things. Have they found something alive, dead? Who the fuck knows? And if you look recently, as of the last couple of days, it says the U.S. government has trademarked the website aliens.gov. You know what I mean? But
that's crazy.
That's suspicious.
Doesn't that sound suspicious?
Right. It's crazy, man.
Yo, but I wanted to tell you, Jay, you think those, huh?
I'm just saying, it's all of these planets out there. If you could look up in the sky and see that many stars in the sky, and you know that every one of them stars is a sun in another solar system somewhere else, there's no way you could tell me that there ain't nothing or nobody on any of them other planets that would be surrounding any of them other suns for fucking billions of fucking planets, because Earth ain't that special.
I agree there's other life. of the
yeah.
places we don't know. I agree.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of shit we don't know out there.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody that they don't know that is crazy, man.
Mm-hmm. You know, I wanted to tell you because I remember me and you, P, we was talking to Jay about Waymo cars.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I seen one the other day in the city.
Fuck Waymos, man.
I seen a clip of this lady trying to turn up, and the person called the car like, "Yo, you gotta chill out." So you're not alone. Like you're not alone. You thinking you alone? You're not alone. They watching your ass. Yeah, somebody's driving your car like a remote control car, like driving your shit.
That's crazy.
No, they're not driving it; they just monitoring it.
Yeah.
And look, I seen one the other day because they got.
But they got the ability. I guarantee you, they got the ability to probably flip the switch and take over that shit.
What if it's a criminal? Somebody trying to get away from the police? And they just blow your shit over.
They'll shut your shit down, pull you over, and lock the doors.
Definitely got the ability to do all of that shit, man.
I think they got right now. They testing Waymos for New York Street, so they got 2 Waymos in every borough. But I saw one on Friday in Manhattan by my job. It was empty? No, it's a guy in the front, but he's not driving. He's just there for research purposes or whatever. He's in the front. He's not driving because I talked to him for a quick second, but he's in the front, not driving. And what the thing is doing is mapping out all of the streets so it can be used to what New York streets are doing. So it's like a trial program that they on right now. But he was picking up people, but he's not driving the car. He's just in the driver's seat though.
Waymos in New York, that shit is going to be crazy frustrating. I think for 2 reasons. One, New York traffic is something totally different. New York drivers is something totally different. So you can't, to me, I don't think a computer could account for some of that shit. Number 2, the streets, the potholes, all of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, Waymos they know this big ass pothole pulling up right here on Fulton and Bedford to slow all the way down to 5 so you don't crack your fucking front bumper down or something. They don't know shit like that. I don't know, man.
Figure it out.
I'm not taking no Waymo ever, never, ever.
Yeah, I mean that's apparently so, man. That's the crazy shit.
They'll figure it out. They just gotta hit the pothole 2 times.
What about
a couple innocent passengers got to get fucked up from some accidents a few times, and they'll work all the bugs out.
You gotta crack a few eggs to make an omelet, man.
That's fucked up, man.
Nah, see, I ain't
Waymo, man. I'm not a fan of Waymo, and I'm gonna make sure that shit is on the record every time, man. I ain't never riding in a Waymo. I'd rather take a walk, man.
You see, I fuck with way less, nigga. Fuck Waymo. Right. I like way less.
Way less. I'd rather take a walk, man. Like dead ass. I'd rather just take a walk.
Walk more.
Nah, when you walk more, you gonna get hit by the Waymo.
Nah, man. I don't know my P's and Q's.
The Waymo gonna run into your ass.
Making sure them.
But see, that's what that movie.
Waymo gonna be driving anyway.
Nah.
But that's what the iRobot was about. iRobot is about if something like that happened and they don't cover it up, people are going to say, "I'm not buying that. Why would I buy a robot? That's dangerous to me." Did you see about the humanoid robot? Y'all see me put it in the chat. Humanoid robot that was taken away by police after reportedly harassing a woman.
Yeah, I seen that.
Was it real? Was it real?
Was he trying to be? Yeah. Was it BS or?
Is this a real story? Because I gotta ask that about a lot of stories these days. Because you never fucking know. Niggas be trolling on the internet. It be AI stories on the internet. Niggas just be trying to get clicks. So was that real? Because that sounds far fetched to me.
Yeah, when I seen that, that's
50 song.
When I saw it from Breeze's text. But yeah,
bro, they got a whole video.
Did y'all see that 50 song is totally AI?
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
The good 50 Cent song, they caught me for the first day or for the first couple hours, but I still downloaded the shit because that shit is better than anything 50 put out in a minute. And it's the diss that 50 should have said. He should have. I wanted that shit to be real.
AI diss. That's crazy.
Yo, that shit was tough, nigga. That shit was tough.
Oh no, I didn't. I seen an AI video with Max B, but I didn't hear AI.
No, the shit is called Stay There
crazy,
or Checkmate or something like that. But he was talking about
that was AI.
Yeah, that's not real. That's AI.
I thought that was 50 with a wife beater on in the booth, man.
Nah.
With the motherfucking hat on and shit.
BYU just hurt my bracket a little bit, man. I had them going to the Sweet 16, man. Can't trust this dude, AJ. I'm telling you, man. Yeah, they just took an L to Texas, man. That's the first big L I took of the day right there, man. Damn. That's some bullshit, man. I don't trust that dude, man.
He said,
he might not even be a Robin.
What about
he might be an Alfred.
I believe saying Caleb Wilson is out too.
Yeah, but he
been hurt. That's why UNC just lost. I knew they was gonna lose because Caleb Wilson been out for like the past 3-4 weeks.
Okay, yeah, that's the one you said he broke his thumb or some shit, right?
Yeah, he got hurt in that game against was it Clemson? I think it was Clemson.
Got it.
Yeah, so like I'm not looking at that the same at all. I'm talking about this dude AJ, like I said again, coming up small in a big game, man. I done seen 4 or 5 games this year, man, when he just games when I'm like, all right, I want to see something against this team, against this other player that's people talking about of your caliber, and he always come out on a losing end, man, every time.
So yeah, damn, man. I'm not gonna lie, it is kind of, I don't know, disappointing that he lost the first game. You know what I'm saying? Like
to a Texas team that barely got in the tournament. This Texas team barely got in the tournament. They was one of the last teams that the selection committee said, all right, I guess we'll give you a chance. They was like, out of 68 teams that was picked, they was like number 65, number 67. And that's who they just lost to.
That's crazy.
So, you tell me, man.
Yo, I gotta get the specifics, but you heard about the dude, he beat those charges. Some of those charges was dropped, that college coach. Remember we was talking about that college coach? And they said that he was stalking that woman. He really wasn't stalking the woman. They were showing that was
Which
false.
one though? Because we were talking about a couple different
the one in Michigan. The one in Michigan.
Oh, all right. The one that wilded out.
Yeah. He wilded out, but he ain't do everything that they said he did.
Right.
And a lot of those charges, the major charges are dropped. Like I don't think he's gonna do no jail time. His wife was in court with him. You know what I mean? It seemed like it was worse than what it was, but it did look really bad. It really did.
Coaching ain't easy, man.
You've seen that other coach got caught up pimping, so like we said, coaching ain't easy. We said that a couple episodes. Shout out to the WNBA, man. That's why I got on the W shirt right now. Yo, man, it got the deal done.
My homegirl, she be calling the NBA the MNBA. She funny as hell for that, because every time, because she be talking about the fact that people be disrespecting the WNBA, and then she be like, "What you doing? Watching the MNBA game?"
I'm pulling up the details of the deal. I don't know if y'all seen the details of everything, but it's definitely progress. I think it probably, they still need to do more for them, honestly. But the super max is now going up so before the max used to be like about a little bit under around 200K. Now it's going up to 1.4 million.
Damn, that is a major difference.
The minimum is going up from about 78K to 300K.
I was about to say at least 250K, but 300 is even better.
Yeah, 300. And they said the average player is going to make around $600K per year. So the minimum is 300. The average is going to be 600, and the Supermax players are going to get 1.4. The salary cap in total is going from, get this is crazy. Yo, the salary cap was only $1.5 million for the whole team last year. And it's going up now to 7.5 with a possibility in 2 years to elevate up to 10 million.
That's beautiful.
I think it's beautiful. I think it's progress, but I still think it's more. And I definitely hope that both
it's going
sides,
in the right direction.
I hope, yeah, it's definitely in the right direction. But I'm just hoping that both sides left the table understanding that they probably need to your point, Breeze, about like, you know, what we were talking about with the trade stuff earlier. You know, back in the day, they wasn't thinking about, let's put this in a contract, let's come back to the table 3 years later, 5 years later, and renegotiate. Hopefully, in this situation here, both sides have a realization that they need to come back to the table in 3 to 5 years and renegotiate this again, because still, come on, 1.4 million for your Supermax players is still kind of crazy to me.
You know, I think they will. Me and Jay, we had gone on a fan of the people not too long ago. Long story short, she was talking about that other league, I think Unrivaled, that's what it's called, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's why the negotiation was sped up. You know, I think they like, yo, you see the money we generate and doing our own thing, but as an entity, look how much support we getting from the fans. They want to see us. Stop making it seem like you're the only show in town. And I just thought that was dope. You know what I'm saying? And I think that did help them at the negotiation table. I like that they moving forward amicably because their voices were heard. They were very vocal in the media, in the post games. I forget what's her name. Very, very pretty, beautiful woman. Light skin, tall. Her name started with an N, I believe.
You don't gotta like lead off her description with talking about a very beautiful, pretty woman, man. You part of the problem, Breeze Mar. Part of the problem right there.
I don't think so.
Umar Johnson got super pregnant, man. So
exactly, like trust me, bro. All I did was compliment her, and again, she was very vocal in the media. Like she was pushing the envelope, and I think that's what I like about her as a player. Her being vocal, you know what I'm saying? I did my research. There's a lot of players like what's his name, Oscar Robertson. The way he impacted the NBA, the way he was with getting things done and changing things. Like there's players that come along, male and female, that impact how things are done, not just how good they are playing the game, but how contracts are structured. How they get paid, when they get paid, incentives, all of that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, they know how important they are to the business model, so.
Yeah, because they see their counterparts, doing similar things. And, to the ruler effing your point right there, definitely understand that. Nobody is saying that. But what it comes down to is a percentage of the pie. There's a pie regardless. Doesn't matter what the size is. These ladies were not getting nowhere near the equal share of their allotted pie as to what their male counterparts were. And that was the argument. Okay. So once it gets down to that equal percentage rights, then it's going to be even better. And it's still not all the way there yet. And I think that's the unfair point here, is because it doesn't matter if we all split in 10 million or 10 billion. If we not splitting it equally, that's the fucked up part.
I agree with you, I've been saying this for years. I think the women should be getting paid much more. But people's comeback to me all the time was that the WNBA was operating at a deficit. So if they're operating at a deficit, how much of the pie is there to split?
I think that's how they, from their perspective, started like that. because it did start like that. And I get my I'm saying this because I know an avid fan that said, yeah, the Liberty, they didn't have a lot of fans coming up the first few seasons. It was empty. Like you go in there to watch the game, it was easy to get seats. The seats were very, great prices. You ain't never have to worry about a bad price. And over the years, the better they got, the more fans came out. So that means more money. So there is a thing to say, yeah, we weren't make this is how much money we make. But yeah, that's how much I made we was when y'all first started. Don't show me those books. Show me the last quarter. Show me the last recent what was coming in as a recent. Don't show me last season. Show me the 2 seasons ago. Show me what it was in the beginning. Show me what it is now. Let's contrast the numbers, so on and so forth. And I think they becoming business savvy. They're not just entertainers and athletes. They becoming business minded, and I'm glad they're conducting good business. It's a good thing for the game. It really is.
But shout out to that contract getting done for a couple reasons, for them getting paid more like what they should be getting paid, and then also preventing any type of lockout or work stoppage or anything like that. So y'all know I'm a big fan of women's sports. So support women's sports out there for real. Anybody and everybody support it.
No, facts. But yeah, man. What's the word though, Jay, man? What's going on, man? How you doing? Just in general, man.
I'm okay, man. I've been doing a lot of shit, been very busy out here, been coming across a lot of stuff. That's why I've been hearing so many people talk about all of the things. Damn, nigga just ask me how I'm doing. But I've been seeing a lot of shit. Like,
he really wasn't that interested. But I'm listening, bro.
Right. But yeah, been seeing a lot of people talk about all of the things that are going on in the world. But maybe it's just the people that I come in contact with. But I've been hearing about so many people concerned about this Iran stuff. Not many people talked about the media, right, that we was talking about. But just I have been seeing people involved more. At the same time, I've been seeing a lot of jokes as well. But I just feel like people don't take stuff serious because it's really heavy. Like, it's a real heavy time. It weighs on people, fucks with people's mental health. And most people just like rather be oblivious and rather make light of the situation instead of dealing with the harsh reality of shit.
But why not do both? Be aware and escape when you need to balance your mental health. I think that would be a good thing, because I don't know, bro. Just not being aware, man. That shit just.
Matter of fact, this is what I wanted to talk to you about. Like, total separate, but still, because you asked me what Bit Up would be. I went and watched Lux versus Calico again to try to see how you could think Calico won. And
round one, but I'm gonna tell you, round one when Lux choked, I thought Calico took that momentum and he was right there with Lux. I just felt that Lux with that saying you gonna get this work. That's what took it. That's why he won the battle. And that angle with the black, you're just a lost nigga. That angle was too much for Calico, bro. It was new to battle rap. So I had to give it to Lux because of that angle, bro. He won with that angle. But just lyrically, I thought both of them was. I thought Calico was dope. I thought he was consistent. I thought he was fluent. I thought he was
got booed in the third
physical presence, right there in front of his face, talking to him. Huh?
He got booed in the third round. I think Calico got booed in the third round for having bad bars.
It was over by the third round, bro. It was over by the third round. I gave when I edged Calico, it was 1 and 2. It wasn't the third round. Tom, that angle, bro, it changed everything. When did Lux do that angle? What round was that?
That was the third round when he did the
It was over. Even when I thought, even when I thought it was close. When I thought it was close, because I did think it was close, but when he did that, it was like And I think it was I think he went Loaded Lux went last. So it was we didn't hear nothing from Calico after that, right? And they was
Yeah, but
holding his
that's what
chin
I'm
up.
saying.
Shit was tough, bro.
Calico got booed in the third round for having bad bars. In the second round, Lux put him on the Summer Jam screen. We talk about with the skinny dipping with 6 bitches, and it was no bitches in the picture.
Oh, my language. That's crazy.
Yeah, he put him on the Summer Jam screen in the second round, and in the first round he did choke, but I just think his bars were so much better than Calico's bars. Like Calico had bars, but this nigga Lux was saying different shit. Like it was just captivating. It was bar after bar after bar. Like it's not like doom 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 doom. Here goes the bar. Do 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 do. Here goes the bar. It was like bars to bars. Oh my god! Like it was just line for line, and it equaled up to what Calico was saying. But a choke is a choke, so I respect the choke. But I was just saying. And then
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. All right, but how much do you take away in the choke? Like if it's like, is it like a knockdown in a boxing match?
Like standing 8 count.
Right. Like
because if he wouldn't have choked, that shit would have been a body bag. It wasn't a body bag, but it was a clear win. Clear. He cleared him.
Breeze sound like he got he sound like he got Calico taking the second verse, and you sound like you got Lux taking the second verse, and that's basically the swing verse right there.
Yeah.
But the whole thing with him going on.
He watched.
But like on some live shit, watching it then and there, yeah, he did put him on the Summer Jam screen and then Loaded Lux. In the picture, there was no women there, you know what I'm saying? So it's like it's tough, you know what I'm saying? There's no women there, there's a pool party. Like damn.
Yeah. That's why y'all view this battle totally different, because y'all view that second verse a little different.
No, I won't say totally different. He make a valid point.
It wasn't even again, like I said, verse, it was all first verse. All first verse.
Yo, yeah, nah, he it's just again, like I said,
the ad libs with it, like, look at me, King. Remember when he was looking around, like, look at me, while like, oh yeah, he was talking to that.
Right. He said, you gonna get this work, look at me, King. All of that, you know what I'm saying?
It was
and again, it was the theatrics. He had the casket come out. The Calico was mad at that. He already got under Calico's skin before the battle even started. He was like, you going out of casket, he ain't got no respect. Man, fuck this nigga. Right. Like, bruh. Yeah, again, like I said, I like Calico, but after that, he slowed down Calico run. Because up until then, he was calling out Loaded Lux. He was calling out all of the GOATs. He was calling out everybody that was supposed to be the OGs of battle rap. Loaded Lux slowed that shit down. And Loaded Lux is part of the big reason why the OGs came back outside for real. Murder Move, all of them.
Did you ever watch Lux round 2? Like he ended up
he was in a room. I seen him spitting in a room. Yeah, I can't remember it word for word, but that shit was fire.
Yeah, he was in the backyard at Black Ink. But it was just like, yo, if he would have actually got a chance to spit that verse too, it would have been a long fucking night for Calico.
That was about a 4-minute verse. I heard that. That was about a 4-minute verse. I remember that.
Yeah, he lucky that Lux choked. And it did create more drama in the battle, because if he would have spit all 3 verses word for word, line for line, it would have been just a bag.
Yeah. Yeah, Lux is dope.
About to have Breeze reconsider in another week or 2, I think.
No. I'm not going to tell. I'm not going
to watch it.
I was rooting for Calico going into that battle. Like, yo, because I really felt like, yeah, these young ones, they came in and they holding shit down. Loaded Lux might be nice, but as much as I've been watching battle rap, they ain't been around. And these new dudes, they kicking up dust and they doing shit. You know what I'm saying? And that being said, Loaded Lux, he definitely he put belt the ass, bro. He put belt the ass because it's so hard to get around that angle, bro. That lost nigga angle, bro. That nigga Calico. I watch how battle rappers react to the bars that they hear. Sometimes they be like, "Good." He got a thing. Huh?
That angle was stolen.
What, the Lost Nigga angle?
Yeah, he said it in the verse that he stole it from Averb doing it to Hitman Holla a couple weeks before that or whatever. You don't remember that? When Averb was talking to Holla about his father and how you running around here acting like a gangster, but you come from a two-parent household, and you're actually making your pops look bad by acting like you ain't have no guidance. And then he was like, he said in the bars somewhere, like, yeah, I heard Averb say something and it made me think, but it wasn't the first time. It was just impactful how he did it to Calico. And then
he had his own twist on it too.
Yeah. But did y'all see this Hove shit? Hove performing at Yankee Stadium. He performing live at the Roots Picnic. And then I think I told y'all a couple weeks ago, I think he's going to do something at the Barclays. He ain't announced it yet, but it's just a 2-week gap in the Liberty schedule where they got nothing but road games. And I'm seeing all of this Hove shit because did y'all see he released Wishing on a Star?
Yeah, he been releasing all of the old shit.
Yeah, but Wishing on a Star was never officially released. So he released
that on some mixtape shit like 96, 97.
I got that on my playlist now. I didn't know he did that, but I always kept. I had a plan B, always the rhyme with the brush in the mirror. Bro, I love that fucking song, bro. Pardon my language. I love that song, bro.
Yeah, that's a good thing. Word.
But nah, that whole shit is fire, bro. Like one night is just gonna be like Blueprint stuff. The other night, well, the first night is gonna be Reasonable Doubt stuff, and then the next night is gonna be Blueprint stuff at Yankee Stadium. I thought that was fire that he even themed the nights like that. You know what I'm saying? So if you really want to rock with one versus the other, you get to really kind of pick which one. I want to know what the ticket gonna be on that. It's probably gonna be pretty up there, I'm thinking. And then the Barclays thing, hopefully that goes down too, because gotta be dope selling out the Barclays, 6-7 nights in a row, something like that, whatever, over a 2-week stretch. And the Roots Picnic game, I saw that. That's fire too. Like, I think that's gonna be crazy for that. Like, he headlining that. You already know the list is just gonna keep. Do
you think any of this come with new music, or is it just about the old music? Because I think it's like 25th anniversary.
Coming back to the Barclays, he got to give us a new verse. I think he do.
Yeah, it's the 25th for the Blueprint and the 30th
for the Yankee Stadium.
Okay, 400 cheapest tickets, around 400 more. That's kind of what I was expecting.
Okay,
around 400 to get in the building.
I see one for 350. You got some 350 in there.
Yeah, once you start adding them fees, though, man, them ticket apps and all that shit, bro.
400.
Right.
The city gonna be jumping.
Yeah.
City gonna be jumping this summer.
Yeah, that shit is dope, though. The 25th anniversary of the Blueprint, the 30th anniversary of Reasonable Doubt. That shit is, that was a dope concept for him to do something like that.
And I still listen to that music to this day, bro. I still listen to Cashman Thoughts. I still listen to 22 Tools. Like
good music is timeless.
Yeah,
you know what's a dope song Jay-Z did that he don't get credit for? Meet the Parents.
Yeah, that was dope, definitely.
Like, it's not a radio song. It's not like, you feel what I mean? You're gonna hear that shit, Funk Master Flex fucking mixing that shit 112 times. Nah, but if you actually listen to this song, this shit a deep song, bro. Like, I love that song, bro.
A lot of his shit is, bro. Like, for real. Like, a lot of the music that dude make is just deeper than music. You know what I'm saying? So, timeless classic shit. The Blueprint to me is one of the most well put together albums as far as like the placement of songs and the vibe. How that whole album just had like a vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like, certain albums will take you here, take you there. That shit it had a whole vibe throughout the whole thing. So I think that, a lot of people don't look at that shit. I know Jay looks at that shit when it comes to like putting an album together, like the placement of this song with this song followed by this, how are we going to keep the crowd going? it's not too many albums that have that type of placement to me.
I think so when you say placement, you remember the Dynasty, the way it started?
Yeah.
The way it started, bro. That shit was so fucking tough, bro. My fault, Jay. What you about to say?
No, I was agreeing with you. Dynasty intro was definitely a fire intro, and wasn't which one had the 3 intros, but he cut the intro to outro, and then he cut the middle one out.
That was volume 3.
Part 3?
Yeah. Volume 3, yeah.
And I wish he wouldn't have cut that middle one out, because I like that one too. You know what I mean?
That middle one was super fire.
Yeah. I don't know. Jay-Z got a lot of great intros, I think.
Oh yeah. Like
a lot of great
intros. Because I think he tried to go at it different ways. You know what I'm saying? Like most people try to go at intros kind of all the same, whereas one intro, remember the one intro, he had Bleak do the intro.
Yep.
You know
and that's a good ass intro too, though.
Yeah. So like he just came out, I think he came at that shit all different ways, and I think that's why it was always fire. Like remember the A Million Questions? Like that shit was a different type of intro, you know, like just different shit.
Yeah.
Reasonable what was Reasonable Doubt's intro? Fucking the shit with him and Mary, Can't Knock the Hustle.
I like that. Remember he used to have the skit, the dude doing the skit. He's like, yeah.
Yo, you know I know him, right?
Yeah, I remember you told me a while back you met him.
Yeah, I remember. Yo, it's some fucking bullshit, bro. One day he came to one of our shows in Williamsburg, bro. He did a fire ass fucking intro for us. Like he introduced us to the stage, but dead ass, this nigga told everybody in the fucking building to put their phones away because he's like, I'm not supposed to be doing this. Not supposed to do it. Everybody put your phone away. Don't record this. And then, but he was like, okay, you want to play with fucking TNT? You want to play rough with TNT? Like he did the whole shit. That shit was fucking fire. Like I wish we'd have had that shit. But shout to Kane. That's a good ass nigga, man. That's he used to fuck with one of the Vargas Bros' sis or something like that, or they was cool or something like that. And the Vargas Bros introduced me to him, but cool ass dude though.
Nah, man, he definitely had the fire intros and the little interludes on the Rockefeller albums, man. Shout out to him for definitely making us laugh over the years, man.
Right.
And shout out to Hov for making
classic good at the voices, man.
Yeah. But yo, that shit gonna be lit though, man. I'm looking forward to seeing some of that stuff fall out this summer, man.
Facts. Damn, what else did I want to talk about? Oh, did y'all see Mason Sean?
Yeah.
Because I know Reese posted the shit about Ray J. And I'm like,
yo, Ray J a wild dude, man. His responses, like, why do you talk like this, man?
He just be wanting content, bro.
That's what I think it is.
So he just be wanting to say the craziest thing so he could get clicks. So I
acknowledge what he's saying.
You don't have no integrity, bro. Like he's threatening RAPE. You know, I know they don't want us to say it on YouTube, so I spelled it out. And he told him that he liked that he shaved his legs and all of these different things.
He was talking all types of wild shit, man.
He was talking crazy. And my thing is the audacity to make it seem like you so holier than thou. You had Kim Kardashian, you know what I mean, on a whole tape, and you want to make it seem like they did the same to Brandy. It's not the equivalent. It's not, you know. And
he made a song called "I Hit It First,"
bruh.
Kim Kardashian is somebody's sister. Sean come back. He said, "I didn't hit it first."
Facts.
Like when he was talking about Brandy, he said, "I didn't hit it." That's what he said back to Ray J. Like, how you beefing with the? What is he? A congressman in Belize or something, man? Like
political figure. Yeah, he's a political body.
Right. That's crazy though. I just seen that whole shit, and these niggas is too old to be like. These niggas was just rehashing some funny shit. Know what I mean, and this thing, the Ray J came out of nowhere with that.
and said some hellacious shit to them, man. Like
Right.
some shit you don't say to other men, man.
Right. And the thing is,
you don't say that to nobody.
Like that shit,
right,
like,
at all.
Me, I don't play with that. Right. Right. And my thing is, somebody was there when he said it. He was trying to get dude approval. And you could tell a dude was uncomfortable because he said, "Yo,
dude
man,
was off camera.
Like,
he did not want to be on that camera. He made it be over there." he was like,
"I'm not blood." He's like, "Bro, you talking to me? You ain't talking to me, bro. Like, not me.
I ain't part of this game."
I don't agree. You know how somebody say some wild shit and then try to look for you to agree? Like, yo, yeah, I'm gonna do them bad. I'm gonna violate them like that, right, blood? He was like, nah.
Yo, the party. Remember we was just talking about don't be a menace to South Central while drinking your juice in the hood. The part where Ice Pick take me to jail. Oh, wait, Key. I don't care. Like, what?
That's crazy, yo.
Yo, had me crying. Did y'all? I posted something on my page on Facebook. I thought it was funny, and like, you know how they be saying that men can't do anything these days because women think everything that men do is sassy if you do something. Because a couple shows ago on a different show, they were saying that men who warm up their car before they get in it is sassy. But the new one that I saw, they said a girl said a man ordering appetizers or desserts at a restaurant is sassy. That's a red flag.
Red Lobster biscuits?
Wow. That's not. That's not an appetizer, bro. That's free at the table.
He said men eat meals. So if you order an appetizer or dessert, then that's a red flag because a man
can't have an appetizer in a meal, though. I don't know.
Ain't nothing to whet the appetite.
This shit baffles me.
Yo,
like I don't know where they get, because some appetizers be fire before the meal. Like,
right. That shit set you up for like the next course.
And then you can't have a shish kebab.
Your taste palette going a certain way, man. Like, cause think about it, man. You're not gonna find no type of like dips or anything like that in entree. You know what I'm saying? Like a crab dip or a spinach dip or something like that with some chips, some bread, stuff like that. Like
so hold on.
I just
what about in the mall when you
have that taste anymore? Pause, because somebody like is saying something's wrong with that. That's crazy. Like people, wow.
So hold on. What about in the mall? Do you know the mall when they got the little tray and they be like, "Oh, try the sample." If you take that, that's
maybe because that's a sample. Why you don't get a whole meal? Why are you even taking the free sample? Go if you hungry, go buy you a meal, man.
So next is you can't have a trial size candy bar. Like the little size, you can't have Halloween candy bars. You know what I'm saying? You can't have one.
You why is you eating a candy bar? Is you sweet?
I guess you can't have an apple. You just can't pick up an apple and say this looks tasty.
To me, I'm gonna tell you.
You know tasty around her. You better say that shit good.
Some of this apple. I don't describe an apple as like that, man. I describe a steak like that. An apple is this is pleasant right here. You know what I'm saying? This is good right here. Like tasty.
Yo,
man.
Look, I feel like you can say.
I got a question.
What up?
Since y'all talk about sassy, no more, man. We can't.
Right.
Let me ask y'all this. This is a question. Since y'all talking about sassy, is it sassy to use a bidet?
Oh wow! See, now you went from we talking about fucking appetizers and apples to some other shit, man. What?
If you guys can use a bidet,
yo.
See, the thing is, if you say no, if you say yes, that's dirty. But real niggas supposed to be dirty to a certain extent. Cause
oh man,
would you like water shooting up your ass? That's what you into? Nigga, breathe. You ask because you about to go buy a bidet for the crib. You trying to see what the deal is?
Yo, either that or he had a close encounter with one foot.
No.
He's not
but
sure
imagine
what's
you
going
go to
on,
the
man.
homie
Hell
crib.
no.
You go to the homie crib and you see the bidet
Oh, man.
when you go to the bathroom.
I
don't know. That's a good
that shit is
question.
hilarious.
'Cause I will tell you, I have never used one myself personally, but I've heard good reviews.
Oh,
And
man.
I've heard good reviews.
Taking reviews from
I've heard good reviews. And I've also used wipes, you know what I mean? So if you gotta get a baby wipe or adult wipe, dude wipes, whatever they want to call them, like if there was some already apparatus built into the toilet that helped that could be helpful.
Yo, this is hilarious. Oh man, yo, this conversation just came out of left field to end the show. Like that shit is wild. Yo, Bree. All right, so now I'm curious since we got like 2 minutes left. Like, have you been recently around the boudet for you to bring that question up?
No. The boudet.
No, I was saying
right.
Nah, I heard it somewhere, and I just thought it was funny. I didn't know if I wanted to make it part of a skit or something. And I'm like, yo, it's stirred up power. What else am I ask this fucking question? And I didn't have a way to put it together to like formulate a way to do it. But when I heard you say the word sassy, I just something clicked. You know what I'm saying? It just it made me think like,
hey,
you know. And I looked. Then I just listening to y'all. I went and looked, and I went to see like where's this popular, and it says it's becoming popular in the U.S. and Canada. Like it's not in my household,
man. It's been a thing.
I'm not judging people for using bidet.
Not at all.
Nah,
like if you use the bidet, I'm not judging you, and I'm not calling you sassy. But someone will.
Definitely the person that said that if we get appetizers. I mean, shit, if you can't get a 6-piece of buffalo wings before you get to the main course and something ain't right with that, then clearly she gonna have a problem with you with the boudet, man. So, you know,
not me. I'm not gonna have a bidet.
No, not you. I mean, I don't know. Maybe
he trying to make it no, nigga. Not me, nigga. I don't got.
He's trying to figure out on his next trip to Home Depot.
Out of 3 households, it's 0 for 3. It's 0 for 3 in households. And everywhere we live at, nobody got a bidet. You know what I'm saying?
I've never even. Well, I'm trying to see if I ever used.
I've been in a hotel with one, and I've seen it.
Yeah, maybe.
I've
seen one before, but I never used it because one, I ain't even know what to do anyway because there was too many buttons on that shit. Like I feel like you need a tutorial for that shit because it wasn't just one button. It was like a whole remote full of buttons on the side of the toilet. Like I just use the bathroom normally, you know what I mean? But
not only that, but you on vacation and you know, you just taking a shower, you getting out the shower, you going about your day. You like, why the hell you worrying about what's in the room and spending all the time in the room? Like, get out there and go to where the fuck you at. Like, enjoy where you at. I don't know.
Maybe taking too much time enjoying the bidet. That's
right. You in the boudet for 3 hours instead of going to see the fucking man where you at, man. What the fuck, man?
That's crazy. Yo, I know that was some wild shit I threw in the pot. But again, we've been talking about war, all of this other shit. I just try to have some type of balance. You know what I'm saying? We took on some serious topics tonight. Shout out to Philosopher P. Shout out to This Is JT.
Topics for your ass, nigga.
You know what I'm saying? Chef Boy out Breezy. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to Leaf. Shout out to Claude Smith. Shout out to the Ruler FN. Y'all all help the show. Help the show grow by sharing the content, Feel what I'm saying? Shout out to
Shout out to
Angel.
my auntie Susie, man. She said she was she was watching it too. Know what I mean? She said she was watching. We was talking about the WNBA. So shout out to Auntie Susie, man.
Word. Shout out to Susan.
Shout out to Susan.
We out though.
Yeah, facts, man. Thanks for tuning in.